Hey everyone, my name is Aaron. Welcome back to the Critic Sensei YouTube channel, your go-to channel for movie reviews, TV reviews, and updates with the entertainment industry. On this channel, we sharpen the edge of entertainment, one critique at a time. So today we're diving into the drama going on at Disney. So today's October 7, 2024, and 2025 is shaping up to be a challenging year for Disney, Bob Iger, and the board of directors. So Bob Iger, the Disney executives, the board of directors, are struggling to pick up the pieces. But of course, they keep pushing their message onto all their brands. That's including Lucasfilm, Marvel, and the upcoming live-action remakes that Disney is creating. And before we get started, I want to thank all of you guys for the support. You guys are crushing the like button, subscribing to the channel, and it means so much finding other like-minded people who just want good entertainment and don't want that DEI message pushed upon them. Again, thank you guys for the support, and let's start today's video. So we have a lot to get into today, but first off, we'll be starting off with Snow White 2025. So Snow White 25, known as just Snow White, stars Gal Gadot as the evil queen and Rachel Zegler as Snow White. And this whole project is a complete mess. Disney has poured more than $300 million. They're almost at the $400 million mark right now, and this is scheduled to be released this upcoming March. They still have marketing materials, reshoots, delays, and they're still trying to figure out a proper ending for this film. It is estimated with all the marketing materials and the reshoots, it could potentially be up to $500 million when it's released. And with all these reshoots going on, it is said these reshoots are up to $25 million, which is insanity. Keep in mind, this film has been delayed for years and years. They've been filming this for more than 2 years now. This movie is about 5 months away to being released in theaters, and they're still doing reshoots. So I really think it's going to be delayed, but we'll see what happens. With the $25 million in reshoots, this film has been plagued with issues since the beginning. And of course, the drama between the two leads is definitely not helping. This whole project seems to be in shambles, and quite frankly, Disney's overconfidence and their insistence on pushing certain narratives have only brought disaster to themselves. Add in the PR nightmare that Rachel Zegler stirred up with her comments. And now you can see this film is definitely teetering on the edge. Now let's get into the recent developments in regards to Snow White 2025. It has been revealed that Disney fired the whole marketing team after the disastrous teaser trailer was released. And this teaser trailer received massive backlash across all social media platforms. On YouTube specifically, it has the biggest like to dislike ratio of any trailer to ever be produced. The firing of the marketing team with Snow White is eerily similar to what they did with the Acolyte. With the Acolyte, they also fired the whole marketing team that was in charge of the trailer, and with Disney doing this, they're putting the blame on other people so the higher-ups can't take accountability. Instead of addressing the core issues, like the fundamental problems with the project itself, Bob Iger and the executives will not take accountability, and they will blame it on other people. And in this situation, like they did before with the Acolyte, they're blaming it on the marketing team. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people to blame in regards to the failure of the Acolyte and this upcoming Snow White film. But at the end of the day, the people in charge of this project, such as the higher-ups like Bob Iger, the executives, the producer, the director of this film, should be the people taking accountability for their failures. But instead, they'll blame it on a whole department, fire them, and say it was their fault because their trailer failed. It's obvious that Bob Iger and the executives are trying to salvage what might turn out to be one of Disney's biggest failures to ever be produced. Definitely in 2025, if not the whole history of Disney. On top of all of this, Bob Iger and the executives fired the commercial company that was in charge of Snow White 2025. So they were blaming them for showing unfinished CGI of the dwarves dancing with Snow White in the teaser trailer. Now they're in the process of hiring a whole nother company to rush out a full-length trailer before the upcoming holiday season. It is clear that Disney is scrambling, but at this point they're just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic at this point. The real issue is the project itself and all its flaws, and no amount of marketing can fix that. And if this wasn't enough, the animators responsible for the CGI environments of this film and the animators in charge of the CGI dwarves have also been laid off. And it was said they won't be returning for any future Disney projects. And not gonna lie, those dwarves looked absolutely horrendous. It was something straight out of a nightmare. But you gotta look at the whole picture here. Is it really these animators' fault? Or is there more to it? This endless cycle of blaming others and not taking accountability for your own actions is definitely a common thing at Disney, especially for the higher ups. And doing this really makes Disney look desperate as they try to distance themselves from the failure of their last live action endeavor. But blaming the creatives who are just doing their job on a tight schedule does not address the real problem going on with this film. The direction and vision of this film are what's fundamentally to blame. What's even more concerning is that multiple Disney board members are calling for Snow White to be completely canceled or put straight to Disney Plus. But right now, Disney executives are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Canceling it would definitely be an admission of failure and definitely a huge financial loss. While putting on Disney Plus, on the other hand, would guarantee a significant drop in revenue, and it would also expose how much of a disaster this film actually is. Bob Iger himself seems to be torn on what to do, but as of right now, it is still set to be in theaters this upcoming March. And most likely they're going to double down on the same messaging that got them in this mess in the first place. It's almost like Disney is too stubborn to admit they made mistakes and took a wrong turn. Another interesting thing going on in regards to this film is how they're shifting away from the original story completely. In this version of Snow White, she got her name Snow White not because of her fair skin tone, but because she survived a snowstorm. This bizarre change was confirmed by Rachel Zegler herself, and in my opinion is absolute insanity. It just shows how far Disney's willing to go to distance themselves from the classic tale. It seems like they're bending over backwards to create something that's unrecognizable, just to avoid any perceived controversy. This change alone has rubbed fans the wrong way, and it's obviously why. It feels like Disney's unnecessarily rewriting a classic tale that doesn't need to be rewritten. What Disney should be doing is taking the original story, being true to the source material, and focusing on good storytelling, not pushing their agenda, not pushing the message on the audience. It feels like they're doing everything backwards. The latest reports state that Bob Iger will be making a big statement soon regarding Disney's standings with this film. He's going to announce the information regarding the reshoots, and this is all supposedly for damage control. But at this point, no matter what Disney does, it seems like the damage has already been done. Whether they proceed with a full release or try to change their current tactics, it's clear that the priority is trying to push a message onto their viewers over quality storytelling. And the audience is definitely aware of what is going on. Even if they succeed in producing a great trailer for the film or reshoot some of these scenes, it definitely won't erase the poor reception that the initial marketing received or the public reception that's already been soured. Disney might think they can clean up this mess by reshuffling teams and throwing more money at different divisions, but like I stated before, the core issue with this is putting their agenda over quality storytelling. Their constant reliance on surface level changes and heavy reshoots show they don't have confidence in this film. And it obviously shows Bob Iger, the executives, the board of directors, haven't learned anything from their past failures. This whole situation in regards to Snow White, it perfectly encapsulates the bigger problem going on at Disney. And it's that their focus is not to create a great film, but rather on trying to make headlines for the wrong reasons. Ultimately, Snow White is poised to be a huge disaster. Regardless of how many marketing campaigns they do, or how much they tweak the trailer or the CGI in this film. They already lost the trust of the audience, and even the best marketing can't mask a really poor product. Audiences are tired of being fed movies that prioritize corporate greed and their agendas over the magic that made Disney what it used to be. Anyway, I want to hear what your thoughts are in regards to all this drama going on at Disney. Like I stated before, the higher ups can't take accountability for anything. We've seen this time and time again. Look at the Acolyte. They fired the marketing team, the people in charge of the commercial. Very similar things are going on with Snow White 2025, and it seems like they always have a scapegoat for something that's going wrong instead of taking accountability for it. But the worst thing in my opinion is not learning from their mistakes. So please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, leave a comment down below, let me know your opinion on the whole situation going on in regards to this film. It is obvious it will not succeed, and there's so much money put into it. Let me know if you think it should be canceled completely, put to Disney Plus, or if they should proceed to put it in theaters. And remember, I do respond back to every single comment I get. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.